And these transgender satanic models are actually being used to promote your worldwide luxury brands. They have fake boobs, fake faces. The face is not their face. The face is a plastic surgery face. The lips are not their lips. The boobs are not their boobs. So it's all fake. The butt is fake. Everything is fake, including their pregnancies, because these tranny models, such as that Gigi Hadid, she's trying to be pregnant, but she's a male, and that Gigi Hadid is a male. It's a boy, has a penis, and cannot be pregnant. So they're lying to you with their fake pregnancies, and this is something that is very difficult to understand with your mind, and you have to understand it to come out of the deception. So they're actually using transgender models that they're not telling you that they're transgender. They're portraying themselves as females, but they're actually males. And they are promoting the worldwide luxury brands. And your worldwide luxury brand is fake, because these models that are saying they're females, they're not even females. They're fake females. They're not real females. They're not really pregnant. It's fake pregnancies. It's not really their boobs. It's fake boobs. It's not their lips. It's not their face. It's fake face, fake boobs, fake lips, fake butt, fake pregnancies, fake gender. So those are the fake people that are promoting the worldwide luxury brands. So what's lower, the original commies or the luxury tacky fashion houses? So what's lower? So because they put the commies and the Vishwakarmas lower, they suppressed us and put themselves above us. So this is the spiritual identity. It's a spiritual lineage coming straight from God. It's our God-given gifts. So that has been stolen and oppressed and beaten out of us, and the luxury tacky fashion houses have stolen our spiritual lineage and made themselves worldwide luxury brands promoted by transgender models. So you analyze for yourself, what is lower? The commies are lower, or the luxury tacky fashion houses? So all those luxury tacky fashion houses that the people worship do not realize it has been stolen from the Vishwakarmas, the original spiritual lineage. All of that is ours. The shoes, the handbags, the clothes, the jewelries, all the interior design, decoration, everything, all products and objects, they're all of the Vishwakarmas. That is our lineage. We make them, not these tacky fashion houses with their tranny models. So for example, if you buy a Louis Vuitton handbag, Louis Vuitton Alma Baby, right now the price of that is like $3,000. And I owned one of these. I bought them when it was $1,600. And now it's gone up to $3,000. So this Alma Baby I bought when I was asleep, and I wasn't spiritually awake then. And I realized that it doesn't even have an adjustable strap. So whether you are 7 foot or 4 foot, you all get the same strap. And the strap is not even adjustable. So imagine paying $3,000 for something that doesn't even have an adjustable strap. And that's what you get from the luxury tacky fashion houses, is that they cannot cater for everyone, though they're charging premium prices, and it is not even worth that much. A Hermes Birkin, which is like 20,000 all the way up to 50, 100,000, you should see how the opening system of the bag is, which is the zip and the lock of the bag. It's so hard to open, it's so complicated that people just walk around with an open bag. So imagine having a $50,000, $20,000 bag that you have to walk around open. So it's such a poor design. So their design, when they design something, they're attached to their design. So they don't care about the functionality of the bag, but they just like the design and they stick to the design. So they're attached to their design. So they're not good designers because they're attached to their designs. They're like, oh, it looks so nice, I don't want to change it. But they do not know how to actually execute the design properly so that it looks good and also is functional. So it's either way. If it looks nice and even if it's very uncomfortable, They will keep the design as long as it's aesthetically looking nice, but it is not functional. It doesn't have a good functionality. So only the karmis can bridge that. Only the Vishwakarmas can bridge that functionality and the aesthetics. The Vishwakarma can bridge that. But these Satanists, when they come in and pretend to be Vishwakarmas and they pretend to be karmis and like, look, we are spiritual designers, but they're creating bags that are not functional, and they're charging the most premium price, but their designs are not functional. It might look good, and it might look aesthetically nice, but it is not functional. It is very uncomfortable, and it's not a completely finished product. It is not a perfectly executed product. It's incomplete. So that's what you'll see within the designer world. You'll see a lot of that, and there's so many handbags and so many different designs, but not all of them are functional, and not all of them are nice to look at. So it's like trying to be something you are not. So that's you will see a lot of that within the luxury tacky fashion houses. You'll see that a lot, trying to be karmis, trying to execute design like us, but they're incapable. Demons think they are good designers, but the real designers are spiritual people of God who were oppressed, and demons stole our heritage and pretend to be famous designers that have no concept of creation and are anti-creation and anti-God, the creator. So these demons, this satanic elite that pretend to be designers, are actually anti-creation and anti-God. So Vishwakarma and Kamis are directly related to the creator, our Father in heaven, that created heaven and earth, that designed the human body, that designed the entire earth. So we are descendants of him. They have stolen our creation heritage. And the Satanists are imposturing the Kamis, they're imposturing the Vishwakarmas, and they have stolen our designs, they have stolen our creation ability. But these Satanist demons that pretend to be designers, they're actually anti-God, they're actually anti-design, they're actually anti-creation. They pretend to be creative, but they're actually anti-creative. So you understand why they design crap things, because they're actually anti-creation, but they pretend to like creation. They pretend to like objects. They pretend to be like, oh, we are the ruler of the material world. They pretend to be that, but they're not even that. They're actually anti-creation. They're anti-God. So the God that made everything, they're anti-him. So how can you be like him when you're anti-him and you hate him? So that's why these are all fake, non-spiritual, demonic designers, carnal designers. The Kamis are the spiritual designers. Cheap clothing, cheap furniture, cheap houses, chemical food, polluted earth, air, water, all the diseases, the spiritual decline, idol worship are all within the demonic system. So the same thing, that they cannot design a decent handbag, the clothing are very cheap, the furniture easily breaks, you can't even have good furniture anymore, the houses are cheap, they're made of foam. The houses in Australia, they are made out of foam. The chemicals everywhere, including in the air, water, they're spreading disease. They can't take care of the basics, and they're trying to go out there and design luxury, but they cannot even look after, give us a decent piece of cotton clothing. They're giving us cheap, stinky chemical fabric. And also the spiritual decline, our spiritual decline, because they want us to be carnal. They want us to live in a cheap world full of chemicals, cheap houses, and cheap clothing. And idol worship are all within the demonic system. So all of this, all the problems that we are going through is coming from the suppression of the creative energy, coming from the suppression of God the creator, his system. So because it is an anti-God system, it is an anti-creation system, so you'll have this cheap clothing, cheap furniture, cheap houses, chemical food, polluted air, water, diseases, spiritual decline, idol worship. You'll have all of that because it is an anti-God system. It is an anti-creation system. And that's why you will see the kamis and the Vishwakarmas suppressed, because kamis and Vishwakarmas are directly related to creation, creating things with our hands. Creation. God created this whole world with his hands. So you will see all of this decline, the decline of the world, the material decline, because the Satanists are anti-God, they're anti-creation. So you will see the same Vishwakarma caste groups within the Indian system as well. So in India, under the Hindu religion, you will see the same Vishwakarma caste. In Nepal, we have the same. It's the same. In Nepal, they spell it with B and V. In India, they spell it with B and V as well. But the Indians would say Vishwakarma, we would say Vishwakarma. But it's the same thing, because the Vishwakarma, we have the same God, and we have the same festival, which is celebrated on the 17th of September. So it's the same God and the same festival that the Indian and the Nepalese celebrate. And it is to do with the Vishwakarma caste. So in the Indian, they have the same Vishwakarma caste that are subgrouped under 5 categories. So they are carpenters, blacksmiths, bronzesmiths, goldsmiths, and stonemasons. So that's what the Vishwakarma caste are subgrouped under. So you will see the carpenter here, which is like Yeshua, Son of God, Jesus Christ, was born in a carpenter's family. So you will see the working with the hand, creative creation component of the Son of God there. So that falls under the same caste that the Vishwakarmas were discriminated within the Nepal system. In the country of Nepal, you will see the same Vishwakarma caste system that is discriminated. But within the Indian, it says the Indian Vishwakarmas are not discriminated and are given a high position in the Indian culture by Satan. The same caste of Vishwakarma, with the same god and festival celebrated on 17th September, also my birthday, have 2 different treatments. This is by design, as Satan chooses where and how to exploit, and all these rules have no spiritual basis of discrimination, but a demonic system designed for personal gain, usually to steal or completely own something by taking it away by force from someone and placing it where he sees fit for his own system design. So the same Vishwakarma that is heavily oppressed in Nepal, you will see the same Vishwakarma in India given a high status. So if you go to India and you say you're a Vishwakarma, they'll think you are a higher caste. You come to Nepal, you say you're a Vishwakarma, they'll think you're a lower caste. So it's Satan's own free will to do what he wants with the caste system. So in the India, he put the Vishwakarma as high and gave him a high status and let them create all these different things. In Nepal, they came in and they suppressed the Vishwakarmas and took everything away from us. So that's why it is idol worship based, because it is up to Satan what he wants to do with the caste system. It's not even a real thing. And it is just Satan's system and it's Satan's plan and what he thinks is good for his system. He'll do that. If he wants to oppress the Nepalese, if he wants to oppress the Nepalese Vishwakarma, he will oppress the Nepalese Vishwakarma. And if he wants to uplift the Indian, he will uplift the Indian Vishwakarma, because he wants to actually funnel and monopolize everything into one system and unit. So he wants to take everything away from Nepal and give it all to the Indian. So like he'll say, Indian, take the Vishwakarma status and be the highest. We've taken it away from everyone. So usually spiritually, how they take away something from you is that they will suppress you and discriminate you, dominate you, humiliate you, and put you at your lowest. It's basically they will beat it out of you. So when they come to steal your property, they'll probably come and do a big war and bomb everything and take all your property and all your house away from you. But how can you take away someone's spiritual skill set? How can you take away someone's artistic, creative ability? Is by suppressing, oppressing, that you don't even make those things, because when you make those things, you're associated as low, and you're associated and you have the trauma of being humiliated, discriminated, beaten, sexually exploited, raped, burnt, all of that, you probably will not want to do your craftsmanships because of your trauma. That is the technique and system of Satan, to basically beat it out of you or suppress it, pent it up inside you. He will suppress it by external forces, shaming, oppression, suppression, tyranny, threats, law. He will suppress it, and he will suppress it deep within you, and he won't let it come out because of all the traumas that you have had and all the shame that is associated with your identity, and he will suppress it. So that's what he did to us Nepalese. And why did he suppress the Nepalese? Because he wanted to monopolize the Vishwakarma system and give it all to the Indian, for example, because Satan favors India, and he also established his Bollywood. So Bollywood is big because Satan allowed Bollywood to be there. So somehow he favors the Indians a lot. So that's why he gave the Nepalese Vishwakarma, he took it away from us, or suppressed us and gave it away to the Indian to monopolize. But you will see the September 17th, which is also my birthday, which is not a legitimate birthday because Satan can make anyone born any day. So it's not a legitimate birthday. So I don't have a legitimate birthday. It's a manipulated birthday. But like Satan had his plan for me. So he would manipulate and play these games. But the Vishwakarma Puja, the Vishwakarma celebration, is celebrated within the solar calendar of 17th September. Usually India and Nepal, they follow the lunar moon calendar, but somehow the Vishwakarma falls under the September 17th solar calendar. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's made up, because it falls under the solar calendar, and only this festival, only the Vishwakarma festival, is celebrated under the solar calendar, so it doesn't change. In the moon calendar, the solar dates change. This is a solar calendar, and this date is always on September 17th. And it is celebrated. It's a huge festival celebrated by everyone. So that should be Vishwakarma God that they are celebrating. The current world system is the design of Satan, where he has designed his own system by stealing it from the original spiritual system and turning all cultures and spirituality into a demonic satanic system. So all of this is Satan's design, whatever he wants to do, wherever he wants to come, threaten, bully, harass, steal, and give it to where he wants to put it. He'll put it there, give it to whoever he wants to give it. It's because it is his design. He wants it that way. And he has turned all cultures and spirituality into a demonic satanic system. He put us through the education system, and we were not allowed to do our original carpentry, blacksmith, stonemasons, design, art, all the things that we naturally consist of. He's not letting us do those things, and he just wants us to be in his demonic satanic system, is to get an education, be a nurse, doctor, or a teacher. He wants us to do that. But we are not that. We are spiritual designers. We are spiritual creators of God. And that's what we should be doing, because the creative decline in this world is like basically gone to its plastic level. It's so disgusting, is like so shameful or shameless. The design of this world, the products that we are interacting with in this world is shameful, because the original creators are suppressed, and the original creators are put through the demonic system of working a regular job in this world.